Hello, everybody. Welcome to New Year, New Comic Chat.
Yeah.
First one in 2022.
New Year CBD. New Year Comic Book Day.
There you go.
Yes. NYCBD.
Most of the books you read are from 2021 still.
I read one from 2022.
That's
Maybe
something.
two.
That's something.
This is, it's the first week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But I read a lot of books today.
Playing catch up.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy few weeks.
Yeah. The holidays are rough. I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably behind too. So.
Well, a lot of
Catch
people are
up time.
behind because they can't get their books.
Well, that too.
Because everything's late.
Yeah. We're trying.
Not even on us, but like on the distributor end.
Yep. It definitely puts a bind in a lot of ways on the whole industry when it's like that. So, but we're pumping them out as fast as we can. So,
Yeah.
if we are the reason you're behind, I am sorry, but they're coming. They're coming. Our warehouse team is shipping like crazy right now.
Yeah.
So Tanner's got. I've only got 3 series to talk about because that's what I did was catch up today on those 3 series. So Tanner has a lot more goodies than
Yeah,
I do.
I've got some stuff from this week, and I'm pretty sure I'm caught up on everything you read, so we can still
Yep.
talk about that stuff pretty good. But as for this week, I've got Sisters of Battle number 5. It's the last book.
Yep. I'll wait for the trade to come out and then I'll just read that sucker.
Yeah. Dark Knights of Steel number 3. XMen number 6. Amazing Spider-Man 84. And Electro, Black, White, and Blood,
Yeah,
number 1.
I was gonna pick that one up today, but I was like, I got a lot of other stuff to read. So,
Yeah.
So I'm interested in, of course, Sister Battle, but the Steel book. I don't know if I've heard you talk about issue 2, so maybe you can run through that one. Right quick.
Okay, so last I remember talking about it is when we find out that Bruce is Superman, this world's Superman's half brother.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's half Kryptonian. Apparently, with the nation of the Kingdom of Storms does not like the House of El, and they assassinated Jor-El,
Oh, okay.
and it's caused a whole thing.
So they're actually on Earth still, just a whole other.
They're on Earth during a medieval setting.
Yeah.
We know that Themyscira is a kingdom. There's the Kingdom of Storms, which is, I don't remember his actual name, but it's Black Bolt.
Okay.
Or yeah, and then there is the House of El.
Okay.
So those are the 3 nations we know about, and tensions are rising after the assassination of Jor-El. They call her it's Supergirl, but her name in this world is Zala El.
Okay.
She goes kind of crazy, assassinates the prince of the Kingdom of Storms, causing him to want to retaliate. He goes to Themyscira to ask for their aid.
So it's about to get crazy.
Yeah, everything's gearing up for war. In this book, a piece of kryptonite crashes to Earth, and they go to find it. Bruce picks it up, and he's half Kryptonian, so he kind of goes into, it hurts him as kryptonite does.
Yeah.
And Sir Alfred is right there and picks it up, and that's kind of it ends with Alfred saying, "Hey, I got a secret I got to tell you too." So
Okay.
that's where it ends.
All right.
It's a decent read. It's I enjoy it a lot because it's not.
It's not modern like your current whatever it always is, right?
Yeah, and a lot of what DC is putting out right now, it either is just like super mediocre or it's Batman.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's their focus.
yeah, I mean, I realize Bruce is in this, but he's not the main character.
When they pretty much go and cancel everything except for the Bat titles.
Yeah,
So,
so it's okay. I do like the B covers. The B covers are all really cool.
yeah. Is that what this one is?
Yeah.
The minimal. Yeah. Yeah, it looks cool. I mean, it's a cool thought process to go into a whole nother setting with these characters and do that kind of stuff. I think a lot of people thought when they started the Dark Knight's Metal stuff that that's kind of what it was going to be, and then it totally wasn't. So
Yeah, I could see how people could mistake that.
yeah. Well, a lot of the promo art, because you didn't get any of the storyline, a lot of the promo art at the beginning wasn't more of like a rock band feel. It was more of a Batman with hammers and axes and swords, and so it kind of felt like it was going to go down that road.
Yeah, almost like instead of like high fantasy was almost that like Conan
Yeah.
the Barbarian
Yeah.
kind of feel. Yeah, I could see how that could be confusing.
And then everybody was like, no, it's like rock and roll. It's like, oh, that metal.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Totally didn't see that. But okay, cool. Sweet. So what else you got? You got Sisters of Battle.
Sister Battles, this is number 5. It was good. There's no big, like, huge reveal like in Marnius Calgar.
In a way, I'm still kind of surprised because, they like have gone completely away from using Sisters of Battle in any other way, shape, or form. So I'm surprised they're using it on the comic book here.
Yeah, which, I mean, I guess part of that is because they've always been called, Sisters of Battle.
As far as I guess somebody that's picking up a book,
Yeah.
maybe they wouldn't know if Adeptus Sororitas wouldn't make sense to them.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think the whole Adeptus Sororitas thing is so they can trademark and copyright all that stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas since this is the title of a comic, they can copyright the title of a comic.
Well, I mean, really, here it'd be more the logo than anything.
Right. Yeah. So I don't think it's as big a deal there because even in their own fiction, they still call Space Marines, and Sisters of Battle.
Yeah.
I think the other stuff is purely marketing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it was okay. They fight a cult of Slanesh on this planet, and that's about the gist of it. If you're a Warhammer fan,
So, is there any as big reveals as Calgar did? Or
no,
it's kind of-
nothing like that.
Yeah.
It's its own little story contained in itself. Yeah, I mean, it's a good story, but nothing crazy. Nothing that you have to know all this 40K lore to understand what's going on.
I mean, that's what they want to do. These comic books, little 5-part series. Anybody can pick it up and read it, and you know more than you did beforehand.
Yeah, it's enough to make you want to go pick up one of the
Like what is the sister novels? Or
one of the
something like
sister novels.
that? Well, I mean, I did their job.
Yeah.
That's what they're getting.
See, Electro, Black, White, and Blood was pretty good. There's not much to talk about, I think, with any of these Black, White, and Bloods.
Yeah.
They're just little short stories.
Now, and most of them have multiple short stories built into the one issue.
Yeah, this was like 4, I think. The last one was probably my favorite.
Well, Deadpool's the one that just ended, right?
Yeah, which I didn't read any of Deadpool. I read the first issue of the Carnage one, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, the Wolverine one was pretty good last year.
The Carnage one had a build your own comic.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
It was kind of like a go down this path, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it would tell you, okay, if this was your result, go to this frame.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Yeah, it was good. I do like the color splash
Yes.
aspect of the inside, the interiors. I think it's really cool.
It's almost like what was Frank Miller's my brain's Sin City kind of a thing, right?
Yeah, well, that and I think Ninja Turtles was originally like that also.
Yeah.
When they very first started.
Well, colors are expensive,
Yeah. Yeah, it was good.
especially before you had digital colors. I mean, they're still expensive now, but I mean, laying out every page,
Right.
time consuming.
Right. I don't know that I'll pick up every issue of this, but just having number 1 is cool.
Yeah, I like it, and the covers looked good on it too.
Yeah, all the covers were really cool. This was one of the harder ones to
unpick
pick a cover for because I'm not enough of a collector to buy every cover of the same book. I settled on the John Boy variant.
That's pretty cool. I like it. It's a nice one.
I think the last book I have before we get into the stuff we've both read is X-Men number 6, the first appearance of Captain Krakoa.
Captain Krakoa.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what does this person look like? Is that who's on the cover?
That's him right there.
Okay.
That's him.
All right.
Spoilers, if you're an X-Men fan and haven't read it yet.
They're all dead.
They're all dead. There's no more X-Men.
See, it's a spoiler for everything, except for I can't use it on Rogue One.
Yeah, so it started out with Captain Krakoa doing stuff around New York and meeting SpiderMan and stuff because he's the new superhero on the block.
So he's doing his public relations.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then you go to the next section of story, and Cyclops is in front of the council in Krakoa, and he's trying to keep Captain Krakoa off the X-Men.
Okay.
And they vote for it, and the council unanimously votes him in.
So he's part of the X-Men team now?
Yes.
Okay.
And Cyclops is not happy about it. While all this is going on,
So I'm guessing this whole book gets to the point where you get to the end of the book and the Captain Krakoa doesn't look as good as he's supposed to.
Well, we'll get there.
Cyclops' intuition.
We'll get there.
It's the reason he's the leader.
While all this is going on Earth, Fei Long, from the other stuff that's been going on in the X-Men stuff, is trying to get to Araco/Mars.
Okay.
He does not like that the mutants have taken over Mars. He sets up shop on one of Mars's moons.
Well, I mean, if he wanted it, he should have gone first, right?
Right.
Come on now.
Yeah, so he terraforms one of the moons and sets up that as like a human colony.
It's so great that everybody can just terraform things nowadays.
Yeah, one of the Araco mutants comes to try and stop him, and Sunfire's trying to get him to leave.
Okay.
While Sunfire's there, Fei Long does some sort of plasma blast out of his mouth and kills this Araco mutant like nothing. So he has some sort of powers.
Okay.
So that's pretty much the end of what they cover that part of the story here. And they go back to Earth, and you see there's a memorial for Cyclops, like he's dead. And there's this little kid that's like crying, saying Cyclops was the kid's favorite hero, and they're all super sad. Krakoa's there. He's like, I'm sorry to hear that. And then it goes back to the treehouse with Krakoa walking in, and he flashes his suit off. Cyclops is Captain Krakoa.
All right.
They're keeping him in hiding because the mutant resurrection thing is about to be leaked to humans.
That they can come back
That they
alive?
can come back alive. So I think they're trying to hide it by changing his alter ego, making it out like Cyclops is dead.
So does the humans not know that Cyclops is alive this whole time?
They don't know that he's died and come back. But there's a reporter that does and is fixing to leak it, so they're just going to fake his death.
So it's not really the first appearance of Captain Krakoa. It's just the first appearance of Cyclops in a new
costume, basically. Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
I don't
think his tailor could have done a better job.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I mean, if you ask me, he hasn't had a very cool costume since the 90s, so.
I don't know. I liked the AVX costume with the X across the mask. I liked that one.
I didn't.
But whatever's going on with the side of his mask here is weird.
The little Krakoa leaves.
Yeah. All right.
So for collectors, I don't know how much that, I don't know that old characters as a new alter ego is really worth as much as an actual new character, but
Guess it really just depends on if he actually keeps that moniker or if he goes back to just being
Cyclops eventually, yeah.
I mean,
Which that's one thing that
is he flying?
yeah, he has flight. I don't know how he's doing these new powers.
Maybe it's something to do with the suit.
Either the suit or maybe Jean's doing something to make people think that he's actually doing something. I don't know. But let's see. Trial of Magneto has ended since we last talked. I don't think we got to talk about the last issue.
Yeah, what did that set up? I know you keep saying that set up something.
And
then of course Inferno ends today as well. So
basically whatever magical stuff Wanda was doing, set it to where they don't have to use Cerebro to do the backup.
Oh,
and it's like
so they're just they're auto backup.
Well, that, and it's like an open portal. If you want to be resurrected, you just get in line and walk through the portal. If you don't want to be resurrected and you want to stay on the other side, then you just stay there. So it leaves it up to the spirit of the dead mutant to decide what they want to do there. It's basically there's no punishment for coming back or anything weird. You just I want to be back now.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think his current blue uniform's okay. It's still not as cool as some of the other things. But the Captain Krakoa one's definitely not cool. I could have worked on that a little bit. Maybe they wanted us to hate it.
Maybe
that's the point.
Yeah. Well, it's like everyone hated that Spidey suit last year.
Yeah.
It was around for 3 issues.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It was funny to see how many people hated just the way the little sounds that it makes. People were freaking out about it.
Oh, yeah, because it made different sounds.
Yeah.
I forgot all about
wrong. All right, so the 3 series that I caught up on today, 4 series. Star Wars High Republic, it was only 1 issue, but it was just a turning issue. Basically going from seeing kind of what was wrong with Master Skier, we kind of understand now. And then him and Keeve and Avar going back out and to apparently they have one of the engines that the Nihil use, and they're going to try to find how to get to their home world. So, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see where that goes. They're hunting after Lorna D, which makes total sense.
Yeah.
So, we'll see where that goes. One of the other series. So we'll kind of start with the ones that had less books. So Venom. We had talked over Venom 2. So Venom 3's come out since then.
Yeah.
Venom 3 is more just kind of about Dylan, but we also see him with this old kind of fleeing character that was with Eddie at one point, and it just kind of ends up with him getting captured. But the Venom symbiote's not with him; only the cat one is. So,
yeah, we find out
it's not Drake that captured him; somebody else did.
We find out that this this contact that he was supposed to meet is working for. It's not Alchemax. It's the bad guy from the first Venom movie.
No, different person.
Different person?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what they're trying to tell you. Is Drake, who is the bad guy from the first Venom movie, who you're thinking.
Yeah.
There's multiple people looking to capture these symbiotes.
Right.
So Drake is going to trying to find them in that old warehouse, which is where he's going to find Venom because Venom's still there waiting. But she turned him into somebody else. We don't even know who it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So
it's been a while. It's been
I just read it today. So
I read it.
There's multiple people trying to get after the symbiotes right now.
Okay.
At least that's what I can tell. It looks like it's 2 separate people that are going after him. So
I do know we'll see whatever's going on with Eddie
in issue
in
4. Yeah, because the last 2 issues have been about just Dylan. So, pretty interesting. I liked it. Again, Venom's been good so far. They're doing a good job of keeping me interested. So, and then we get to Hulk. So he steps into that portal, and then there's these people there trying to stop him, and he just blasts through them.
Right. He just keeps
all.
on. He turns the rage meter up. He just keeps on knocking it up one more notch.
Randomly kills these dimension police, just blast through them.
And then to make Hulk angrier and trapped in the
brain.
psyche, he ends up fighting Giant Wolverine.
Yeah, Giant Wolverine. I mean, some of the other big Marvel monsters are in there. Yeah, but he just takes Wolverine's claw out of his hand and stabs him in the chest with it.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Bloody Hulk. I mean, it's been crazy, and then he ends up, spoiler alert, getting captured by
Another Bruce Banner.
Yeah. So again, very curious to see where this is going. So, but bloody Hulk. So if you haven't been reading Hulk, go ahead and pick that up. So, and then we'll get to SpiderMan. So I read 4 issues of SpiderMan today. And of course, the latest issue 84 with Doc Octopus came out. So I haven't read all the bays yet. The Beyond.
They do fill in some gaps, but they're not
they're really more just their own side stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't directly affect what's going on.
Yeah.
The first bay was
I think I read the first one.
yeah, that's where we see them give the tech to Photon.
Yeah.
The second one was May kind of sidestepping the doctors at the hospital.
Okay.
She got Octavius to they were breaking into Beyond facilities trying to. She has a hunch that something fishy's going on, so they went looking for answers as to what's going on.
She's the
with
reason
Pete.
he's involved.
Yes.
Okay.
So, so that is where Octavius finds out that Beyond has some of his secrets that you were seeing in 84.
Okay.
That's where he discovers that.
Yeah. So it's been good. I mean, the 2 issues were kind of more focused on Peter in there than, but then of course you see Miles in there, and so it's been good. Like I said, I read 81, 82, 83, and 84 today. So 84 comes out. We see Doc Ock's he's got what he wants. Whatever he took, he took something very important.
He kind of kicked Ben's butt pretty easily.
Yeah.
Even without the arms.
And I'm still kind of curious whatever this thing is that Beyond has, this creature that she keeps in this cage. I don't know if it's some kind of a symbiote they have of their own making, but I know that they keep taking pieces of other things.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she's trying to make some big hybrid creature.
I think that's all going to lead into Goblin Queen.
Yeah, that's possible.
and whatever.
I think she's Goblin Queen, to be honest.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Whatever Octavius has, I think has to be some sort of tech he made when he was Superior Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think that would make sense. I think it's whatever it is that also might help Peter come
Possibly,
out of whatever he's coming out. Well, even though it looks like maybe towards the end of this issue, he's out of that, or at least dealing with it.
He's dealing with it. Can you see how I thought, how I kind of
Savage Spider-Man was going to leak
thought
out of
Spider-Man? Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. I think that was 83 where he was kind of dealing with a lot more of the Spidey sense stuff. But it looks like he's just whatever's happened to his spider sense is. We don't really know the full effect of what it's going to be yet, but he definitely needs it. If we saw anything from the fighting that he tried to do, I mean, even Captain America just smacked him straight in the face with his shield. He's like, "Sorry, you kind of usually get out of
Dodge
the way."
it, yeah. I don't know, because he's lost his spider sense before.
Yeah.
And when he's done that, he's trained with Shang-Chi and Iron Fist to learn different sorts of fighting styles to kind of compensate for not having that sense anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he'll revert to something like that.
I don't know. But by the end of that issue, you kind of see him saying, "Okay, I need you. Like, I need you to come back." And you see the kind of the sense of the Spider-Man kind of go back into his mind's eye after that. So.
Yeah. So I think all that was he had shut it, like mentally blocked it out to avoid the pain.
Yeah. Because whatever it is over.
Yeah, and now he is accepting the pain.
Yeah.
To do what is right.
Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder because a lot of that issue he may have still been in his own mind. Because when he comes back and he shows you screaming never, he's still all bandaged up and he's clicking the button for his physical therapy. So it kind of makes you wonder if almost that whole issue he wasn't actually healed. He was all in his mind.
Possibly. I'll have to go back and look, but I think some of the bandages were fresh from the beginning of the book.
Yeah. So maybe after he got beat up again.
I think after he got beat up, I think maybe Cap took him back
to the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible. So, but yeah, it's good issues. Spider-Man's been great so far. I was kind of worried since they were going to be trying to cram it in so fast that it was going to be crazy.
Yeah.
But it's actually been pretty good.
I've enjoyed it a lot. I will say that they're sticking with Ben for longer than I thought they were going to.
Yeah, and I don't know if he's totally going to go away even after this. After they bring Peter back, they may find a way to make sure he has his own ongoing thing. I know that the Ben Reilly's coming up, but that's an older
and it's
story.
only a 5-part series. Yeah. So we know that that's going to be short. But
I mean, I don't see why they couldn't have 3 Spider-Man books going at the same time.
I don't either.
I mean, they've got 2 Spider-Man in New York right now. So
they've done it before with Spectacular Spider running at the same time as all these other books.
Well, and they would have Peter Parker Spider-Man, and then have Amazing Spider-Man, and then now they have, of course, Miles still going. So I don't see why they couldn't have. At least this way, it would be 3 completely different characters.
Right.
Whereas when you had Peter Parker and then the regular Amazing Spider-Man stuff, a lot of times those were just kind of, you see more of him just as a person and more of him as the character Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's kind of separating the two in their way, but it was the same dude.
Right.
So at least this would kind of give you a whole other person to actually do story arcs with.
I honestly don't think that I think all of the Spider characters could hold their own ongoing series at the same time if they wanted to.
For sure.
Because we're getting the Gwenverse stuff was up on FOZ this week.
And actually, Gwenverse just got moved.
Okay.
It got moved. I think it was supposed to be February 9th, and now it's March 9th.
But we got that. Silk is also fixing to start.
Yeah, start back up. The one that is still big on this week, though, is the Edge of Spider-Verse.
The facsimile.
The facsimile edition. That's still up there. So make sure you go and grab that sucker up. It looks really good. Of course, you know it's good already. But it's pretty cool that they have that back up there. We're going to have an exclusive for that as well, and also a blank cover. So
how do you have an exclusive of a facsimile?
We've done it quite a few times.
It's not a facsimile anymore, then.
It's still the inside still is.
Oh yeah, the inside is, but
and then the cool thing is, like, again, we're doing the blank for it, so you can always have whoever your favorite artist draw you your own Gwen. So
there you go.
It's gonna be pretty awesome. We should be launching that pretty soon, as soon as we get the final art for it. But yeah, what else we got? Did you watch Boba Fett yet?
I'm caught up on Boba Fett. I'm sure we'll talk about that tomorrow.
Yes, podcast news. I liked episode 2 more, so we can get into that a lot more.
I have not seen episode 2, but I will watch it tonight.
Yeah, I watched it earlier. So episode 2, I'm getting more excited. So if you haven't watched Boba Fett, do that so we can all talk about it tomorrow on the podcast.
We had a Warhammer Plus preview for 2022.
Yep.
We're getting a couple new animations there.
I'm excited about the Tau one. That looks really cool.
That one looks really cool. The Neve Black Talon show looks promising. I think those were the two big animations. We'll get more Hammer and Bolter.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Exodite's probably what I'm going to be looking forward to the most.
Yeah. It all looks really cool. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, there's other stuff, but we'll save that for the podcast.
Yeah. Just little teasers for tomorrow. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
All right. Well, I think we're good then.
Yeah.
Next comic book day, I think we get more Hulk next week. She-Hulk's next week. Next week's going to be pretty loaded.
Next week's a lot bigger.
Yeah.
If everything's...
A lot of stuff was supposed to come out this week, and it all got moved out. So next week will be pretty big. I think the next 3 weeks will probably be pretty big.
For sure, 112 and 119 are going to be really big for Marvel.
So we'll have a lot more goodies to talk about.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching.
Yeah.
Be sure to join us tomorrow night for our podcast at 7 p.m. Central.
Yep.
And if you haven't already, download the Whatnot app. Go follow us on there.
Yep.
We're going to be doing our first Whatnot sale Friday, January 7th at 11 a.m. Central.
Yeah. Be awesome.
Right.
A lot of good stuff. See ya.